how do we go from this get it done, always got to be on top of everything, you got to be the strong one. This was so me. I did this for so many years and I just ended up burnt out, exhausted, tired, and done. Like I was doing everything. I was doing the cooking, I was doing the cleaning, I was doing all the emotional work, the mental work, the physical labor, like everything in my relationship, in my family. And I was just I got to a point where literally I was burnt out. And what I'm going to teach you is how do you really go from burnout to bliss? How do you go from struggle and effort to effortless in your relationship? So, and here's one really big truth that I need you to understand. And I want you to think of how this one truth is going to impact like the rest of your life and how you see your relationship with your guy and how you show up. Okay? Excuse me. So, men only value what they have to work hard for. Okay? So what this means is if you're the one doing everything, like I was, doing all the emotional labor, the physical labor, you're taking care of all the kids, you're doing the cleaning, you're doing the cooking, and you're the one putting in the effort. You're doing most of the calls, most of the text. You're in the masculine role, okay? And it may work. It's definitely going to work in your life for your job, for your profession to help you become successful. But it's not going to help you in your relationship. It's going to do the opposite in love. The more effort you put in, the more turned off and less attracted your guy's going to be. And if he likes this, if he enjoys this, you doing all the work, then he's most likely wounded and in his feminine, which means it's never going to be your turn. Okay? It's never going to be your turn to shine, to get his energy, to get him to take care of you, to please you, to put you first. It's always going to be him. Okay? And I know because I did this, I'm like, okay, well, how can I help him step up? Let's inspire him. And I mean, I spent like a decade being the one taking care of everything. And then like, okay, how do I switch this? How do I stop trying to do everything and be Superwoman and just let him and encourage and inspire him to step up? And it was really interesting learning to back up emotionally, energetically, physically, and just see what happens. And it's really, really interesting. Some men can and some men can't. So, all right. So men only value what they have to work hard for. So this means we need to show up as difficult, not compliant. So this means we speak up for what we want, even though he may not like it. He may grumble, but you stand firm. Okay? It means pleasing yourself first. So if you really want to eat pizza on a Friday night, then say you want pizza. Don't say, God, let's go for barbecue again, even though that he always wants to eat barbecue. Okay? If you want to leave, you go to a family function and you want to leave early, let him know, hon, I want to leave early. I have a headache. I'm just not feeling it, right? Even though he may not like it, hey, he can always decide to come back, right? So say what's important to you, even though he may not like it. Instead of showing up, well, I'm always adjusting myself to make him happy, to please him, to make him comfortable, right? We're putting ourselves first. We are being difficult, okay? Because this means he's having to work harder for you and your relationship, okay? It means putting your wants and needs first, okay? A good man loves to please you and make you happy. Gemini says, hi, Gemini. Hi from Phoenix. Awesome. Hello, Shirley. Some men like submissive women, not me. The challenge makes it interesting. Yeah, see, I'm not submissive, but it's important to understand the difference between feminine and submissive. A feminine woman, okay, she's soft and inviting, right? And strong on the inside, meaning she knows her boundaries, she knows what she wants, she knows what she's not going to tolerate, and she doesn't put up with shit, okay? But She knows how to talk to a man so that he feels like a man, right? Instead of like what we're taught really to do is just complain and vent all the time. And a guy's going to feel like he can't do anything right, right? And we think we're sharing our emotions, but what this is what we're really doing is venting, and he's going to feel bad and he's going to feel like, God, I don't know what to do to make her happy. So there's a big difference between submissive and feminine. Submissive is just, I'm just going to please you all the time. No, right? He's not going to work hard for you if you're always saying yes to him. So yeah, let's not do that. Okay, number 2, be high maintenance, meaning you require his time and energy to be coming to you consistently. And you see him putting an effort into please you, to protect you, to make you happy. And you won't tolerate inconsistent or unavailable men, period. Okay? This means now you can't be chasing him. You lean back and you let him lead, which will make him feel like a man. So the wounded man, okay, he's not going to be able to lead. You're going to lean back and you're going to be like, okay, I want to inspire him, and nothing's going to happen. You're going to be like, damn it. He may not know how. He enjoys receiving all your energy, time, effort, and he's basically playing the feminine role in the relationship, and you're in the masculine role. But for a woman, it doesn't feel good. It feels exhausted, draining, and tiring. And that may work at your job. Like at your job, that's the exact way we can get successful and to get things done and be, I'm trying to think of another word, be successful, to make the dough, honey, right? But it doesn't work for love. Okay? So we're leaning back and letting him lead. And this will make him feel like a man. Okay? All right. The next one is you honor and put yourself first. A high value woman knows her values, what's important to her. She's able to speak up, say no, and say what she expects, what she needs, and her wants, even if it means losing him. Because herself matters. She matters more to herself than him. Okay? That's so, so very important. How many of us lose ourselves in relationships because we compromise again and again and again over shit we shouldn't compromise over? We should just say, I'm sorry, I'm not willing to do that. Even if it means you're going to walk away, okay, because I'm not willing to give up me. The next one, she does not compromise herself for a man. She will not change who she is or give up her boundaries to please him, make him more comfortable or happy. She doesn't do that. Okay. Sip. Who is here? Let me know in the chat. Let me know where you're from. If you're new here, if you have any questions on mental health, relationships related, I would love to hear them. And please hit that like, because it lets YouTube know that this is awesome and you're enjoying yourself. So that's all good. Check out the podcast. I just did a podcast episode on how to go from pick me girl to the prize in love. That is just amazing. It's going to teach you how to start detaching. Detachment is so very, very important, because until you can start to detach, life is struggle. But really, if you can detach, if you can master detachment, you go from struggle to flow. And that's when life just gets so much easier. So who's here? Let me know. Let me know. I'm going to open up another page so I can see this. All right. Let me know where you guys are from and how you're enjoying this. How are you guys enjoying this? Where are you from? What's your name? Let's see. There I am. Hey, where'd everyone go? All right. So now we're going to talk about healthy relationships. Okay. You get a 2-for-1 tonight, a 2-for-1 show. How lucky are you? All right. Let's see. Let's see my notes. All right. Healthy versus unhealthy men. So my pattern was unavailable men, and they would come on really strong. They would talk the talk. And I would feel, the butterflies. And then it wasn't too much longer later that they would blow hot and cold. And then I would be the one doing the work, doing most of the texting, most of the calls, initiating the dates, planning everything. Sounds very masculine, isn't it? Because that's what it is. It's doing the work. It's taking care of business. It's initiating. It is a forward momentum. And feminine energy is about simply being. You're literally just being you. You're radiating you. Okay. That's the difference. So, and what happens in those unhealthy relationships is intermittent reinforcement. So they're sprinkling in the breadcrumbs and it feels really, really good. And when they take it away, you're like, wait, where'd it go? And so we have this tendency to want to chase to get that good stuff to come back, right? Because it feels really good. So, but what's going to happen is if one, that's addicting, two, it's going to burn you out and you're going to get exhausted when you start to do the chasing and you start to make it happen again, right? You want to bring who they were back. Okay. Here's the thing. They were just being that way to get you. Okay. Because if that's who they really were, then that's who they would still be. It would be consistent. Okay. People don't change just to get someone unless it's fake. So if you tend to fall for Mr. Unavailable or Mr. No Good, okay, so he comes on hot and heavy, and then you feel this distance and you may feel anxiety and want to close that gap. You may start to work hard for his love, his attention, affection, his time. So then he's hot and cold. And so then you can start to chase him. You start putting a lot of effort, showing, well, if I really show him how amazing and awesome I am, then, he'll want to stick around. He'll want to choose me. Okay. And when we're doing this, when you're doing most of the texting, the calling, initiating, planning the dates, then that's you chasing him. Okay. And then we may also have the habit of trying to change him, to fix him, or help him. Okay. So we're trying to do this because we see his potential. We're trying to get to him to act like he did before so he can see you, hear you. Okay. If this is happening, this man is most likely triggering you. Okay. This is your nervous system. So we think butterflies is a good thing. No, it's not a good thing. Butterflies is simply, those are your inner wounds. Okay. That they're triggering. That's your anxiety coming up. So if you don't feel safe and secure around a man when he's with you, like you're feeling this anxiousness, this nervousness, and then when he's not with you, like you should feel safe and secure when he's with you and when he's not with you. Okay. If you feel fine when he's with you and you feel anxious and worried when he's not with you because he's not consistent, he's not showing up, he's not putting in effort, right? Then this isn't the man for you because he's activating your nervous system. And no relationship is going to be good if you are in survival all the time. This is fight, flight, freeze, fawn, and flop. Okay? With unavailable men, you will not feel his energy coming to you. And this is important to notice. This is when you pull back your energy, okay, like literally visualize you pulling it back and you don't need or want anything. Like you get really neutral. So you can simply observe. You can visualize yourself like you're in a lab coat and you're just observing. Notice his energy. Does it come to you? Notice another man or a friend who deeply cares about and loves you. Notice their energy and see how it feels to just receive. And then talk to that man you think is unavailable and notice his energy. Do you feel it coming towards you? Do you feel seen, heard, cared for, and valued? If you do, then that person is available. Okay? You're not going to feel seen, heard, cared for, or valued by someone who's unavailable because they can't hear your feelings. That part of them is like offline. Their heart is shut or closed off, and you can't fix that. Water. Who else is here? Let me guys know your thoughts. Let me guys know your thoughts, and I will get to it when I'm done, okay? How do we identify a healthy man? A healthy man would feel good when you're around him and when you're also not around him because he will be consistent. He will be giving his time, his energy, his attention, his care for you consistently showing up for you, okay? And this man, if you're used to Mr. Unavailable, he's going to feel boring. Yes, he's going to feel boring. But I want you to tell yourself that boring is normal, okay? Boring is normal. This feels boring because he's not triggering your inner wounds. Like I said, the butterflies is the anxiety, okay? We want to feel safe and secure and taken care of in his presence and when he's not around. And this isn't going to happen with Mr. Unavailable. Mr. Unavailable can do it for a little bit. He's going to fake it. He's going to act like he can be there for you and be consistent. But you will see that his actions don't match his words. Okay? His actions will not match his words. And you will not feel safe, seen, heard, and taken care of around him because he just can't be consistent. And it's all about him, right? His energy isn't coming towards you because it's all about him. All right. So here are some things we have to stop doing in order to get that healthy relationship and keep that healthy relationship. So in order to get the healthy relationship and keep it, okay, is stop all mothering and caretaking behavior. You get a plant or a dog from the pound, okay? A healthy man will not be attracted to someone who wants to caretake or fix him or help him, okay? The more you give and take care of him, the less he'll be attracted to you. Mothering, doing caretaking, it feels bad to a healthy man. He doesn't feel like a man. No man wants you to mother him, right? It's icky, right? And it will feel exhausting and draining to you. Okay? Next is we know our value. A man is only going to value you as much as you value you. And if he does, if he values you more than you value yourself, you will reject it. Because there's a saying that water meets its own level, which means, you're not going to accept any more love into your life that you have for yourself. So, right? Does that make sense? Water meets its own level. So the level of love you have for yourself, that's what you're going to accept in your own life. So if someone truly loves you and you can't love you, you're going to reject it. Okay? So a man is only going to value you as much as you value you. Okay? So are you pleasing yourself first or are you pleasing him first? We want to get to we're pleasing ourselves first. Okay? The next one is stop working hard. Think easy and effortless. That's what we're going for. Working hard in your professional life works, but it does not work for love. Working hard at love will only exhaust you and burn you out. My next point is never build your life around a man. A healthy man will have his own hobbies and passions, and you will too. You'll have your own life outside of him and your relationship. Okay? So you'll have your hobbies and he'll have his hobbies. And then you'll come together and be creating your relationship. But distance is good. It's kind of like a rubber band. It stretches and it comes close together, just like a rubber band. That's healthy. Never take on a fixer-upper. Okay? This happens when we meet a guy and we see all of his potential and we fall in love with his potential, but he's not able to give you the committed, safe, secure partnership that you desire. Okay? And we fall for that potential, okay? But the potential is not realized, okay? So the potential is only potential. It's not actually reality. It's important that we have to accept someone or reject someone. We have to either accept or reject him based on who he is right now in this very moment, not who he could be 6 months, 2 years, 10 years from now. The reality is who he is right now. That's what's real, not who he could become, which is only up to him. He has to decide to do that work. And most men don't decide to do that work until they are faced with losing you. Right? Mitchell says, yep, done that. He stepped up for a few years and then he went away downhill. Yes. Yep, exactly. So that's why it's so important to know that men do not value anything they don't have to work hard for. So if you started at the beginning, that's what you require. You require, your high maintenance emotionally, energetic wise. You require his actions to match his words. You require his time, his love, his energy. You see what I'm saying? Then you can see at the beginning, he can't cut it. Okay, bye-bye. You can't do the job. Let me know who's here. I'd love to take your questions. We've been talking about how do you see the difference between an unhealthy man and a healthy man so you can get your dream relationship. So how can we see the difference between a healthy man and an unhealthy man to get your dream relationship? Because that's what you deserve. You deserve someone just as amazing as you are. And I would encourage you to check out the podcast I just did about how do you go from pick me girl to the prize in love, because we have this tendency to want a man to choose us, okay? And this is literally your programming. It's not your fault, okay? I notice it coming up inside me, and I've done a shitload of personal development, like 20 years, right? I'm on dating apps. Oh, this guy's really, really cute. You see what I'm saying? And I can feel myself like, ooh, pick me. No, I don't need him to pick me because I pick me. And I feel happy. Like I was able to heal. I healed my insecure attachment style and I'm secure now. And I still feel it inside me. And I have the awareness to notice it and catch it. All right. Mitchell says, yep, done that. Okay. Samuel, I need to know what Neville is thinking. Yeah, I don't know what that means. This isn't Harry Potter. You work hard in all areas to compensate for his inequity. Then after years, the resentments. Oh my God. Yes, you're so right. Because all the hard work and effort you're doing that he isn't doing, you're picking up the slack. Right? That's the whole Superwoman. The Superwoman is I gotta be everything to everyone. I'm the strong one. I'm the one who's there for everyone. I'm always having to be on, right? And this can look like you're always saying yes to your family members. You're always helping everyone out. And you're the rock for everyone, okay? But you're never the person who gets to lean on others because you're basically Superwoman, okay? But what happens is because you're giving too much, you are overgiving, okay? It's actually called overfunctioning. So that means that we're giving at the expense of ourselves, okay? You're giving, see this mug is empty. You're empty and you're still giving. You're still giving when it's empty. And you got to say, I would love to help you, but I'm on empty right now, so I can't. But you can empathize. You can give. You can empathize without giving. That's just giving your care, right? You don't have to do the thing that they want you to do. But what happens is we're giving when we have nothing or very little, and we start to get angry. And the resentment starts to build, okay? That's exactly what Mitchell is talking about. And when we start to please ourselves, put ourselves first, and honor ourselves and our needs and what we want by speaking up. And that's also what the podcast that I just did talked about. It'll prevent that resentment, okay? Because we are participating in this pattern of not speaking up. And I know it's hard. I was there, okay? I was there. And it is challenging to speak up and say, well, I'm sorry, I can't. I have other plans. It doesn't feel good to disappoint people, but I look at it like this. If I am always trying to make other people happy, then I'm the one disappointed. So I don't want to disappoint me. So I choose me above everyone else. That's what matters, me. So I've got to the point where I'm always going to pick me, except where my kids are concerned. And that's a little bit different. And that's really me doing a self-check and saying, what do I have? Where am I at? You really can't do that when they're babies, right? You're just giving all the time, constantly. It's so exhausting. So, yep. Being selfish is so, so important. And when you're a giving, kind, loving person, always there for others, you really can't be selfish in the way we think of selfish. Selfish is literally like, you're constantly putting yourself first. You're stepping on other people. You don't care how they feel. No, you could never actually do that. But we use the term selfish to start putting yourself first, to have your focus on you instead of everyone else. And that's important because, and it's important that we learn to be selfish because a man's only going to value you as much as you value you, right? And when you're selfish, you're going to require certain things from him that a selfless person wouldn't. Okay? And when you're selfish, you are willing to speak up for your needs. You're willing to say no. You're willing to say, I like this. I don't like this. I want this. I don't want that. No, I'm not going to tolerate that. End of story. Because you're putting your wants and needs first. Let's see. Mitchell says, well said, hadn't thought of that. What hadn't you thought of? What specifically? This is like 30 seconds behind. So, yep. So, yeah, my final point is being selfish. It's so, so important. And if you want to start getting your dream relationship, then check out below. I have a free guide for you. And I also have a guide to help you start healing from your triggers and your anxiety in relationships. Oh, yes, I'm being selfish. Yeah, exactly. I think I remember me and it was like the last thing I wanted to be was selfish. Which think about that. If the last thing you want to be is selfish means you actually do need to be selfish. Because you're never selfish. You're selfless. But selfless means you don't have a self. That's not good. Right? Who else is here? Let me know where you guys are coming from. And if you guys are enjoying this, then hit that like. Hit the like. Give me some love. Hit some hearts. I hope you guys are having an awesome night. If you guys have any relationship questions, any mental health, anything along those lines, I would love to support you. So this free coaching, get your free coaching. Oh, thank you. So where are you guys from? Are you having any struggles, any questions? please let me know in the chat. And after the live, feel free to ask away your questions. I love knowing what content you want and how best to support you. And I'm offering coaching, one-on-one coaching for men and for women. I've gone blank. LOL. Oh, that is funny. I can do a recap. Let me do a recap. All right. What you need to know to get your dream relationship. Oh, yes. And, oh, yes. How to find a healthy, no. Let's see. How can you tell between healthy versus unhealthy men? Okay. So we have a healthy man. You'll feel good around him when you're not around and when you're around him. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That feels nice. Oh, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Let's see. A healthy man will probably feel boring to you if you're used to Mr. Unavailable or Mr. No good for you. Okay? He'll feel boring, but, okay, I still want you to give him a chance. And notice that when you start actually being vulnerable, you stop trying to prove that you're lovable, amazing, worthy, all that stuff by doing so much, and just simply be, just simply radiate who you are and be vulnerable. You share your feelings. You can develop emotional attraction. Okay. And also when he's going to start showing up for you, being consistent, making you feel safe, secure, you're going to start falling in love with him. Okay. And it's not going to be the weird butterflies. It's going to be a completely different feeling. It's just going to be like night and day. Okay. So he's going to feel boring to you at first, but I want you to realize that boring means that your nervous system isn't acting up. That's a good thing. Okay. You want to feel safe and secure when he's around and when he's not around. That's so, so important. You know your value. You know truly who you are, what you deserve, and what you bring to a relationship. Mitchell says, yep, the butterflies lead you into the wrong long-term relationship traps. Yes, exactly. The next point, you stop working so hard, okay? Love should be easy and effortless. If you're working hard 24/7 all the time, if it feels like a job, it's not a healthy relationship. And that could be both of you or one of you. So it shouldn't feel like a full-time job. Yes, there will be work, but it shouldn't be constant work. I hope this is making sense. Never build your life around a man. Okay? You should have your own hobbies and passions, and he will too. Never take on a fixer-upper. Get a dog from the pound, okay? Or a houseplant to take care of. Okay? Do not fall for the potential a man has. A potential isn't real. Okay? Laugh out loud. Yeah. Hey, you know how I can sit here and say this shit? Because I learned this shit the hard way. Oh, yeah. I didn't read this from a book. I learned this shit the hard way. So if you guys are wanting to heal the anxiety that's coming up in your relationship, you may feel triggered, you may feel shut down, then check out below. I have a free guide for you, and I also have a guide I also have a guide to help you get your dream relationship. Who doesn't want that? Like, Mitchell says, LOL, and me too, but you're reminding me and it's helpful. Good. That's so good. I'm glad that it's helpful. I love coming on here and just helping you guys. It's really fun to teach. It really is. I really like that. And I know that if I had to learn something the hard way, it's going to help other people with their life so they don't have to learn the hard way. So my experience can actually help people. And that's really rewarding. And people who want one-on-one help, they'll come to me. So, and it's really fun just being able to help you guys answer your questions. I'll stay on here for a couple more minutes to see if you guys have any questions. Just let me know. Oh, retouch. I didn't have retouch on. Who else is here? Let me know. No, you don't have to apologize. Thank you for being here. Hey, I come on every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central-ish. Thank you for stopping by. Have an awesome night. All right, I'll be here one more minute. And if this is helping you after the live, then hit that like I can't talk. Hit that like button and let me know. And let me know in the comments what things you'd like to know more about. Any questions, relationship, mental health wise, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. I poured all this out like an hour before I went live. It just like streamed out of me. And check out the podcast I just did about going from pick me girl to the prize in love. I think you're going to learn and get so much value from that. And you get to learn from my hard won. Is it called hard won? Hard learned? You get to learn from my hard won experience. Is that a thing? Hard won? Hard learned? You get to learn from my mistakes so that you can get the love that you desire and deserve. All right, you guys have an amazing night, and I can't wait to hear from you in the comments. Bye.